Okay, so we are back now, and it is time for some more time. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Today just seems to be Warhammer Day. We're playing loads of Warhammer. So, what has been going on? Well, the warband is starting to expand. We've got our first wizard now, in the form of... Oh, that's the hero. There's the wizard. Alpha Blades is the wizard. We have Seraphicus playing as the champion. Shockin's the shooty person. Mordred's the captain. Although I think Mordred's out training at the moment. Yeah, so we'll need to bring in Tuner, and I need to equip Tuner. Right, that's where we left off last time, is I purposefully didn't have a leader in because we need to re-equip the people that we're actually playing with on the next day. And we do need to skip to the next day. If I recall correctly, we have sent off a shipment to the Baron. Yeah, 2 shipments in transit. Next shipment will arrive in 3 days. And it's not saying when the next one... when this one was due. But regardless, it's being paid off, so we're all good. And we still have 8 clusters, 37 fragments and 37 shards and 8 fragments left. So we are doing pretty okay for money. And the value of gear right now is actually pretty good. Plus 33% on everything. Might actually behoove us to send some more to the Baron. Because that's a pretty good price. So we could certainly sell you the rest of the shards. Clusters. And then we'll sell like 20 shards? 10? Actually, before we do this, I would like to see what bonuses are best. So we are already at level 1. At level 2 we get talismans and map. And they now pay 60% of market price when it's a Wyrdstone request. Which would be nice to get built up. Next one is toughness skills go up. I think I am using toughness skills. Weapon skills go up. That would be a really nice one. Brigand, ballistic skill. I mean, we have less people using ballistic skills than weapon skills. So Sigmar's Haven would be nice to increase, but I think... thinking long term here, I didn't realise that between shipments, or between requests, you can actually send out stuff for more money and more favour. And this would mean that the actual requests would pay better. So yes, I'm going to send out all 8 of these clusters. I'm going to send... we got like 300 points. I think we'll send 20 of these. Because we want to keep enough in our pocket, just in case. So actually, how many of these would we need to send to get up to 290? We would be 1 point short there to do that. I mean, this is risky. This is virtually all of our stuff. But we would very likely have quite a long time before the next shipment demand. Do it.
You are becoming famous.
I'm becoming famous! Oh wow, so their payment's gone way down, but these guys are saying, hey, we really want some of your stuff. Can you please sell us some? So I guess the higher the reputation with the other guys, the more that the leftover, the ones who haven't been shipped out some stuff for a while, are willing to pay, I guess. So it's an interesting thing that we would need to balance. But anyway, we are up to Trusted Agent now. We're now getting 60% of market price when a request rather than the lower. And we also got 3 talismans and a map. Not sure what the map does. Alright, so we can hit next day. Confirm, I believe.
New hired swords are available.
So Vasco and Oxamis now have armor proficiency, which means they move quicker, which is going to be great. Smiley is recovered from the light wound, which means he can use his sword again, and then Mordred and somebody is still out training, which is fine. So first of all, we need to bring Tuna in, because Mordred's still going to be out for another 2 days training. Yikes. And we can bring in another hero, which I think is going to be... Actually, it could be Oxamis or it could be Smiley. I think it's a consumable that gives you a move boost. Okay. So first of all, Vasco's back in the front line. Right, Styx that's getting trained. Probably in reload. Hey, like my tea. Good name. Who do I want to bring in? I'd quite like to get Oxamis a bit more bloodied. I'd also really like these two to get some more experience. Do I bench Smiley or do I bench Oxamis? Let's bring Oxamis in, and Smiley can stay out for the time being. What kind of game is this? This is basically Fantasy XCOM. It's a turn-based tactical game where party members die and get leveled up and stuff. Right, so first of all we need to get out Tuna. Did I unequip Mordred? I did. So Tuna, you need to have a helmet and heavy armor and a halberd. Oh, do we not have any halberds left? We must do. We had like 3 of them at one point. We're down to 1. Who's nicked me halberd? I mean, this is Tuna. Tuna does have a good parry, though. Can you parry with great swords? Nope. So someone really has just jacked my halberd. Fantastic. Alright, Seraphicus, I'm going to need to steal your halberd back. I'll give you a mace for the now. So, Tuna. I'm not just... No, I've definitely lost several halberds. That is really quite frustrating. Right, you're kitted. Shocking. You've just got a hunting rifle. That is fine. Wizard, you are just using the magic-y staff. That is fine. Seraphicus. You're also a parry bot. I mean, I could give you a sword and board. I just feel like you would be better off with something a little bit more glamorous, a little more damaging. Great axe. Again, no parry stance. And you are terrible at dodging. Until we get more halberds, I think I need to bench you and bring in Smiley, because Smiley is really good with great swords. Sorry, Seraphicus. You're equipped Smiley. Alright, first things first. That clothing you are wearing, that magical clothing, is actually Smiley's. He's going to need it. He's a frontline fighter. Smiley gets the extra clothing, so you have a dodge of 70%. And you can use the great sword. And you need a helmet. Which is, yeah, armor absorption. It reduces your perception, but who cares? And that also means, actually, that you... Oops. How do I select you? There. You need to drop the kit that you're using right now. You have a helmet. Oxamis, you need a helmet. Although spellcast... Oh, it's arcane spellcasting. That is not you. You are a divine caster. And heavy armor, which you are now proficient with. And I might give you the Great Ulrican Axe. It means that your spells are more likely to go off. You can't parry with it, is the downside. Alright, so be it. I'll need to be careful with you. We'll need to bear that in mind. Alright, who's this? This is Nemanda, heavy armor, spear, shield. Perfect. Valnoma, spear, shield. Perfect. Sergei, level 6. Bloody hell. Bow. Perfect. Panda, you are back in business. Let's get you some heavy armor. Let's get you magic resist. Let's get you a spear and a shield. And then Vasco. Heavy armor. Spear. Shield. Although I think I'm going to steal your helmet because you're a newbie. I'd rather the protection went to some of the others. In fact, let's give you a pendant. Hello. There you go. And Vasco being the highest level, you can have the extra protection. Plus, you're the heavy armor guy, so you're actually kind of more likely to get into fights. Hey, Dana. Happy Thursday. Yeah, I guess it is by 41 minutes. Spear, 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 spear. Okay, now, one of the decisions I need to make is, now that I know that you can only dodge one attack, and you can only parry one attack, do I really want to be using spears with these guys? Yes, with the guys that only get one stab, yes, spears are just fine. For the guys that get two attacks, like Vasco, I think I might actually change you out for something a bit more hitty. Like the mace, or maybe even an axe, because it does a bunch more damage. Sword's not necessary because we already parry. Hammer? 23 to 25. Hammers do the most damage, but they are slow. Maces are a bit faster and they have the hit chance bonus. I mean, your weapon skill is pretty... Yeah, your weapon skill is 11. I don't think you really need the hit chance. I'll try you with an axe. And Panda as well, same thing. If you have two attacks, you can have an axe. Two attacks equals an axe. Alright. Halberd, axe, staff, sword, shooty, shooty, stabby, stabby, axe, axe, shooty. So we're only going to have two ranged guys this fight, but that is fine. Because you're being trained, and you're being benched, because we're out of halberds. I'm still kind of bemused by this fact. I could potentially buy one. Two-hander. Yes, there is a halberd. It's cheap. So I could bring you in instead of Alpha Blades. Well, it would be nice to get Alpha Blades some experience. Wait, what are the formulas? I would like to get some formulas, but they're kind of kind of expensive. So we'll wait on that. It's fine. Spear pokes are very low damage, but they do bypass stances. So for the low Bs, I'll give them spears. They have more chance to hit stuff. Then for the high guys with the better ballistic skill, and they should frankly be able to hit stuff better, I'll give axes. Alright, so what's available? We have a hard average good, or a brutal exceptional good. I'm going to send out my scouts once, seeing as I paid for better scouts. That is pathetic. So I think we're going to go for the hard average good. I mean, we've got a fairly decent squad here. So we got Tuna with his halberd, Shotgun with the hunting rifle, Alpha Blades with a staff, you with your great sword, you with your great Ulrican axe. I'm going to need to get you some more spells. I'm concerned about the fact you can't parry. That's the only thing. I mean, you're going to hit like a freaking tank. You have a lot of hit points, that's true, and you are in heavy armor. You're just not going to be able to use parry stance. Like, at least Smiley can use dodge stance, which he is ridiculously good at. Where's combat ability, or combat absorption? Is that what that 30 is? Yes. Screw it, we're going to go. It's fine.
Scouts have reported a rival warband in the vicinity. Before you can find them, a heavy fog settles over the ruins. Unable to pick up the enemy's trail, your warriors deploy from their wagon and spread out to sweep the area in search of your foe.
Okay, so this is... Wagon versus wagon, which is fine, and this is going to be chaos because they're undivided, which is fine. Okay. And this is deployment phase. We start in a pretty nice spot. They start... Ooh. No, we don't. Alright, we have a big choice in where to deploy. There is a little bit of Wyrdstone here in the centre. Not a huge amount. Actually, most of the Wyrdstone looks to be over there. So what I might do is deploy 1 or 2 people here in the back to grab this loot. And for the rest of us, we will just deploy here in the house. And try and overwatch. We could even deploy here, like, up front. Where are they going to deploy, though? Hopefully not behind us. So yeah, I think I'm going to deploy the majority in there, and then 1 or 2 back here. So maybe the newbies? 1 of the newbies? 2 of the newbies? Wizard. Wizard on the ground floor, facing in that way. You know what? That is actually an okay position. Sergey, you definitely want to be upstairs. That's where the enemy is most likely to come from. So, let's see if I can get you up there. Right there. Perfect. And Shockin, frankly, same place. Alright, Smiley. I mean, Smiley could go in this area, where he's a little bit more reactionary. Or Oxamus. I think Smiley's going to come over here, so we're just going to click there, and we're going to keep zooming until I see that bar, which is in here, isn't it? Where is this? Yeah, that's the right place, but it needs to be the front of this house. Perfect. Right, Namander. Namander is one of the newbies. So newbie wants to be in over here by the cart. So I probably want you, like, here. That's a pretty good vantage point. Huh. Bingo. You are the other newbie. So Val, you want to be over on the other side. Like there. So let's go backwards. Shuna, you are the boss man. So boss man probably wants to be up front where the fighting is going to be thick. So I'm going to say probably... Actually, probably where you are right now. Panda. Much the same thing. Vasco. Oxamis. Where's that? That's not where I want you. I think I'm going to want you on the floor next to Smiley, if possible. Which is not possible. In which case, that would probably be the best place. Okay! Took half of Crete from a Sunni vassal in CK2. Right, so, their turn first. Wow, look at the morale difference between us. I have 140 to their 115. This isn't even Mordred's crew. This is Juna. Mordred has even more leadership. So we are going to be extremely difficult to break compared to them. Which just means that we can afford to lose more stuff before actually losing the battle, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But hey. Right, do I see any bad guys straight away? No, I do not. I'm still going to gamble that most of them are back there. Alright, so you can just run forwards. Ooh, that's a cluster over there. We're going for that. Gather Wyrdstone. 100% grab that. Hello! Right, have I seen any bad guys yet? Nope. Still pretty secure. As far as can be told. Are you able to parry? I don't think so. Right, so I think I'm going to go towards that one piece of Wyrdstone over there. Thing is, I want to leave at least 2 points left so I can go into dodge stance. Grab that. So you are now full. We actually kind of want to send you back towards our cart. You are going to be quick. You're a light armor dude. What? Yeah. We'll send you back. Where is that? That's over there. Is it? Yes. Yes, it is. Am I able to get through there? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, Sergei. Still cannot see anyone. Interesting. Well, I think I want to go into Overwatch with you. No. I'm going to delay with you. Because if you go into Overwatch, you get 1 shot. If you delay, you get 2. The enemy moves, with the exception of their 2 really, really fast guys, really quite slow. I need to get Rabban, Caliban, and Andre. Remember those names. If I ask, like, was this one of those people? Rabban, Caliban, and Andre. Right, Shokin is in essentially the same position as you. So actually... This isn't necessarily the best firing position for you. Let's bring you down stairs. I'm still going to bring you back to here and then just put you in delay. Because you again can get 2 shots. Nope, still not. Smiley. You could potentially grab some money from over there. And that is what I would like you to do. Where is it? Over there. Although, I'm going to have you stand here and I'm going to dodge stance you. So the archers should see anything coming. I'm really unnerved by the fact of not seeing any of the enemy yet. Despite being in some pretty good Overwatch positions. Still. The hell? Right, Namanda. You are basically just here for loot. Can I see any? There's probably some right inside here. There it is. Scavenge. Oh, hello. I'll take those because I know they're worth a bit of money. I'll take the Great Hammer, I guess. Pendant. Braces. And you need to make your way back to the cart, which you are honestly not very far away from. It being right in front of you right now. That way. Right? Right. Valanoma. Doing much the same thing. You need to get into the building on your left, which is right here. Do we see any loot? It should be theoretically right in front of you. Which means it's upstairs. Which means it's up here. There it is. Both of them. Alright, next turn we'll grab those. We can delay again. So can Sergei. We can delay one more time. That team moves so slowly. Which means they must be either really heavily armoured or carrying some really big weapons. And considering how this is chaos, I'm going to guess on the really big weapons. Right, I'm going to move you, try and get you into a slightly better position, I think. Do I want to jump you down, though? This is such a nice firing position. No, I don't think I do. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delay you. And when it's Sergei's turn, I'm going to move Sergei away and then Overwatch. So that Shokin can have that position. Because I want Shokin, she has a longer range, so is more likely to hit the Overwatch. Alright, Tuna, you basically just need to turn that way. You've already got that door. Yeah, that door is pretty well secure. So are there any other entrances to this area that I should be trying to guard? Simple answer is yes. More complicated answer is still yes. I think I'm just going to put you here in parry stance. Alright, and you can stand here on the very, very edge in Overwatch. The hell is the enemy? Alright, Panda. Let's put you... Let's use a slightly cleaner movement. Actually, do that even better. Go that way. Hello. Come on. Stand there. Barry. Do battles usually take so long to find the enemy? No, which is why I'm kind of freaking out a bit. Usually you don't have this much time to loot the terrain. Alright, Vasco, you are holding this doorway. And parry stance right there. And the very fact that we haven't seen any of them is really putting me on edge. I mean, we know where their base is, it's there. And I'm defending the mid-ground here. I would suspect they're in one of these two buildings, but I do not know for sure. And considering my own warband started so spread out, this is freaking me out a little bit. Oh, that's looking the wrong way. Yeah, that's irrelevant. Alright, I want you to go downstairs. You should be able to get in just one movement. This way, right? No.